Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 472. Sounds right. Prog review today. I'm talking about Van der Graaf Generator's album. I've got to get this right. H to he, who am the only one. H to he, who am the only one. There, look, see? It's on the vinyls. Look at that. Look at that. Actual vinyls. My sleeve's got got a bit of a wrinkle in my sleeve. Should we have a look at the... Shall I show off? Is it right if I show off? Shall I look at the vinyl? Shall we? Shall we do this? This for all you vinyl fans. Look at this, look. Oh yeah. It's only a Pink Charisma label vinyl. Oh yeah. And I got this for pennies back in the day. Pennies. Those were the days. It was good in the in the 90s, when nobody wanted vinyl, because you could buy stuff at very reasonable prices. Mind you, saying that, from my favourite record store, second-hand record store, online second-hand record store, I did manage to get a pristine copy of Crimson Stars and Bible Black. Yeah, pristine it was. So good, I got rid of my old version, and in a bag and everything, and it sounded like it had never been played. It was, it was like that. It was an absolute... Me and the missus listened to it, and afterwards we turned to each other and said, that is probably the best bit of vinyl I've ever heard. Anyway, this is the band's... Oh, God. Is it their third album? Or is it their second album? Oh. Do you include Aerosol Grey Machine? Is that... I don't know, but it was released in December 1970. Now, in that year, they had two albums out. They had The Least We Could Do Is Wave to Each Other, which I reviewed way back there, which is out in, I think, January. And this in 1970. In those days, albums came out pretty quickly, and bands were always working and pushing stuff. This type apparently didn't sell very well when it was released. It did. It just sank, but we have it now as an historical artifact, and it sees the band crystallising into, there's a distinct move from what we had on the last album and the album before that to this. There is a becoming of the VDGG sound. It opens with Killer, it's a great song. It's quite poppy. It's got a great refrain. It's got it's got a tune you can hum. It's not a very happy song though. It's about a big killer fish who lives in the bottom of the sea. Of course it is. I don't know what they were smoking, but it must have been the good shiz. And no, it's a really good riff, and when they do it live, it's absolutely phenomenal. I remember when I saw them 2005 when they reformed Royal Festival Hall, when they played this, and I felt like an elephant had sat on my chest. It was absolutely... and it is the best track, for me, best track on the album. This leads into House With No Door. Again, this is Hamill doing Hamill. You can hear his, if you're familiar with his solo career, I mean, it's very much a ballad on his, and it's, it's got all the lyrical... I've just had a brain fart. I completely forgot what I was going to say. There's all the lyrical flair that you see on his solo records. There we go. It's funny that when it just goes. Do you get that? It's just me. It's just me, isn't it? And I quite like it. It's quite a nice song. It's almost a ballad almost. Again, it's about, dilapidation and things falling apart. That's the analogy I think he uses. And then we have Emperor in the War Room, and the song's self-explanatory, and it's again, it's kind of thematically in the same ballpark as Killer. It's about somebody, the emperor, or it could be any dictator or a power-hungry despot, planning out his next campaign, but it's all for nothing really, isn't it? It's all castles built on sand, and it's a real thumper, but the really good thing about it is the ending, because you get a really good, it's not good, but it's an interesting guitar solo from Senior Fripp. Yes, Herr Fripp turns up to squirt electric guitar over Emperor in his war room, and it's rather good. Apparently, it was 2 takes, and I think they spliced them together or something. I don't know where I read that. I'm probably thinking about David Bowie, Bowie's Heroes, or maybe that's what they say about all these performances. I don't know. You don't come here for accuracy, do you? You don't come here for accuracy. But it's a really good. I like it. It's a really good. The first side's really good. Second side, my interest it wanes somewhat because again these songs they're not short. 11 minutes for Lost. Again, it's a fairly standard love song about love that's been lost love even. God, I'm tripping over my tongue here. I'm tripping over it. I am. It's all right. It's okay. It's again it's very Peter Hamill. Again if you listen to his first solo album, Fool's Mate, it sounds like something from that. And it's pleasant enough, but it doesn't. I think it's too long. It needs to be edited down. It's a bit long, and so's Pioneers Over Sea, which is their sci-fi epic about astronauts who travel faster than the speed of light and end up getting kind of smeared across the cosmos and stuck. Jolly, innit? Play that one to your girlfriend. Guaranteed to get into her knickers. Trust me. Yeah, Pioneers Over Sea. Moist gussets ahoy. So yeah. I mean, it's a game of two halves. I really like the first side. Second side, my interest wanes. Again, if they'd have ended with Emperor in the War Room, swapped the tracks around a bit, it may have helped the flow of the album. Again, I've been keep mentioning it. It's like I'm stuck. I'm like a stuck record. I just keep repeating myself over and over and over again. But it is a bit, sequencing is very, very important. But yeah, it's an interesting album because you see where the band is heading to even, and because I've already covered Porn Hearts, which is kind of the shall I say it? Zenith. I've said it now. It's the zenith probably of their creation. Some people go on about God Bluff and the other one, Still Life. God Bluff. I think God Bluff's probably the better one out of those two. But really, let's be honest, Porn Hearts is where the band really hit their stride, and you can see them edging towards it with this album, and that's that's all part of the journey. So again, if you are going through the records or you're out of sequence and you're missing this one, you do need to hear it because it's not essential listening. Well, it is. First side, I think, is pretty damn essential for Killer and Emperor in the War Room, but the rest of it. Now they reissued this. Back in 2005. He says, if I can pull it out. Oh no, there's an instrument in the way. You see, they reissued it, and you got two extra tracks. You got Squid 1, 2, and Octopus, and the Emperor in his War Room. Which again, was it? Is Squid? They're taken from Aerosol Grey Machine. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't talk about it anymore. And and there's another version of Emperor in his War Room, which is kind of cool. But you're best buying them because I think the liner notes are pretty interesting. Let me just pull the booklet out. You can pick these up for pennies now, I imagine. You've got some good liner notes, and also you can also sing along with the lyrics if you want to, if you so wish. Do you want to sing along with Van der Graaf Generator? Let us all sing along. So now comes the uncomfortable part of the review, where I have to give it a rating. Now, some of you take these ratings very seriously. Yeah. Look, have you seen the intros? Have you seen the intros of these videos? It kind of sets the tone of what I'm trying to achieve here. I had someone say, "Oh, was it about Union?" Because I gave it a 5 out of 5. Oh, you should give Topographic Oceans 5 out of 5 as well. Yeah, but that's not the point. The point was I was talking about how, at that point in time, it was, it meant a lot, It's easy to dismiss it now. You had to be there. You had to be there. Now, you prog fans have got it easy. They're squirting prog out every second, aren't they? That kind of watered down piss poor prog that was it K-Scope and Inside Out Records, makes you buy. Oh, don't worry, there'll be another one along in a minute. In 1991, God, it was a desert of prog. But I'm getting off topic. In terms of a rating, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because, like I say, the first half I like, second half I find a bit boring. But if I gave it 2.5, if I split it down the middle, I feel I'd be underselling it. Because I still think you should go and listen to it. So I'm gonna lean the other way. I'm gonna lean the other way. I'm gonna give this 3.5 killers out of 5. That's 3.5 killers out of 5. It's not perfect. It's a flawed album. It's not nowhere near as satisfying as Pawn Hearts or even God Bluff for that matter. But you can see the band edging towards their maximum potential. And that's what makes it interesting. That's what makes all these interesting. You see, I love it when you see band advancement. I like that. I like that. So anyway, I think we've done enough. My name is Darren. I've been talking about. Shall I do a twosome? I've been talking about H2E. Am the only one. The third or second or third album from Van de Graaf, a Generator. Oh yes, and thank you for watching. My name's been Darren Lock. There's only one more thing to say. You know what that is. You know it's Prog On.